cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards.
Good morning and welcome to the MyTarot morning reflection, our daily inventory and chance to check in with the universe. And good morning, Maureen and Angelina. I hope everybody slept well. I did not get enough sleep. A silly me. Ooh. So, nothing particular is going on again today, so I need to just start paying attention to my time. So I wonder what it is about the spring and summer where I really start delaying myself. Where I let myself start getting behind on stuff. So I need to pay attention to that. Because I'm waiting for everything for the last minute. So I wonder if other people feel that way, and I wonder what the cards might have to say. But there's that sound, which reminds us to take that breath. Because no matter what, at least we have this 15 minutes to put our feet flat on the floor, butt doing the kitty dance, checking our shoulder meter, see where our shoulders are at, relaxing our neck, and checking in with the universe. So, what does the universe have for us today? Anything exciting? May we live in exciting times, I think is what they say. As a curse. Good morning, Corina. So I'm getting all excited. So I've started doing tarot on Saturdays now from 11 to 5 in Hagerstown. It's pretty much steady traffic there, so I really enjoy it. I'm looking forward to doing that again. So I've done it like 3 weeks in a row now. But Saturdays are really fun doing that. So, and I'm all thinking about that right now. But I'm going to come back to the moment. And I am going to switch cameras. Take that breath again. Shift into the mode. So once again, the cards are my light switch. It says, all right, time to breathe, time to go into that other zone. It really is interesting. Once I get in that zone, particularly when I'm reading live for people, I disassociate. And it really is. It's funny people say it, but I guess you could almost say it really is like a dream state, because literally afterwards I will almost completely forget sometimes what we talked about. But it's because I'm so used to now going into like that zone, that meditative state, that area. That's kind of why I encourage other people to like find their light switch. But yay, Hagerstown, I know. Lune, Metaphysical. JC there is wonderful. So here's my cards. What am I going to do? I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. It's like each one of these is a different thought or idea. And if we believe in a multiverse, it's like each one of these is a different path, because this stack will lead down one path. This stack is a totally different conversation, and this one's going to take us in a totally different direction. And today, let's take a look at the top stack. Or what I like to think of as things right in front of us and we don't even see them. And I'm going to do our 3 and 1. Flipping each card over one at a time like they're the pages of a book. This is always the exciting part for me. What's that first card going to be? And it is the 10 of coins. So 10s are completion. 10s in our numerology, 1 to 10. So we're getting ready for like a new cycle, and coins are our home, health, finances, and all those things that keep us grounded. This is a good card going into summer because we always have to keep renewing ourselves. If we don't renew, we become stagnant. And if we don't do repairs around the house, things collapse. If we don't prepare ourselves for the next phase, then we stay stuck where we are. Sometimes, yeah, and the 10 of coins is that card that shows sometimes we have completed certain things. Maybe not to the point where we wanted to, because, you know, a 10 is not the end of a book. It's the turn of a page. It's a new chapter. And the minors are just day-to-day cards. So let's see what the next card is, which is perfect for following through. So coins are the element earth, which is home, health, and finances, and all those things that keep us grounded. And sometimes we need to get outside and maybe fire some things up. So we have the Ace of Wands. So aces are our seeds. A 10 is a 1 and a 0 as we start to complete the cycle. And the cycle completed when we go back to 1 and we start something new, something that's going to fire us up. And wands are our actions card. They're passion, excitement, fire, creativity. It's all those things where sometimes when we get stuck or we get comfortable where we are, because the 10 of coins is also about being comfortable where we are, sometimes we need to just be willing to like find something new. And that is the Ace of Wands. So what's next? And now we have the Lovers. So what does that mean? So this is a card of choices. And it's interesting because the Ace of Wands is about passion. And I kind of always point this out because the Lovers is not generally about relationships. But in relationships, we all have choices. But here we have this person here in the middle, young person, who has another young person holding their hand over their heart. We have an older person, if this is the 1500s, where she's probably landed, she's a widow, she has money, and where she has her hand on her heart. I always love pointing this out because it's true. We have the more experienced woman, and her hand is going to a totally different place. And they're trying to manipulate us in our choices. And again, Cupid is up here because the reality is if we don't make a choice, the choices are made for us. So, notice I always go into detail. It's just so that we can actually focus on the cards, the pictures, and it gives us a mindset. It really helps with the intuition, especially when I'm talking to a client. Because it helps us to see. We look at something and we could have seen it 1,000 times and we always see something different. If we look, we could see something different every single time. So basically, before we get to the advice card, what is it that it's time to change? What is it that, maybe we're even feeling a little stuck, a little bored, because coins are they're not spirituality. They're not about emotions. They're not about feelings. Coins are our shelter, our food, and our health. And those are important bases for finding our passion or spirituality. But it's like they are not our passion. They are not our spirit. These are the important things. This is me sitting on my brand new couch binging 7 hours of TV because I have a brand new couch and I have a whatever size TV. And so maybe it's time to get up off the couch. But let's see what the advice card is. The Two of Coins. So this is almost about more choices to be made. So, but two is about also finding balance. So twos are choices, but twos in this situation is also about balancing what we have. So with today, it's about, okay, what is it that we've become super comfortable with? And maybe that we need to get up off the couch and maybe re-energize ourselves and find a balance. And with the choices that we have in the Lover's card, it is about finding passion, and it's about making our choices and finding a balance. You know, here we are in the outside, and this is it's kind of exciting when we put ourselves in a position to make these choices. I mean, this is an exciting time for us in the middle where it's like we go out and we find opportunities and then making choices. But we have to get up off the couch to do that. So today it's kind of like, why am I on the couch? What passions do I need? You know, what would stir my passion? And then go out there and enjoy the choices that we have. Because it is about finding that balance. It's about starting something fresh, moving from the ace, making our choices. But again, the excitement that comes from choices. What am I going to plant? What am I going to draw? What am I going to, it's these choices. Where am I going to go, and do I have enough money to do it? Well, we have our excitement of the planning, and then we have the reality of the choices. But it's all about the passion of doing. So today it's about the passion of doing. So with that, I hope everybody has that amazing day today. Take care. Have an amazing evening wherever you are. And I will be back here again tomorrow. And I'm going to think about the passion of the choice. You know, do I want to sit on this couch, or do I want to go out and start doing things? So with that, thanks again. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand.